Hey, once again everybody, this is Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! Here, and as you can see I am giving you yet another Orica structure deck opening and review. This deck coming from Pegasus Fantasy Cards once again. As you can see, it is the Orichalcos Chronicles Armored Assault structure deck based on Valon from the Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. So yeah, I really like this. I can't get enough of Pegasus Fantasy Cards' work, honestly. It's just some really nice stuff. Plus, I thought I'd get another deck for the roster of all the decks I have for the structure deck duels. So, and Valon is probably, he's not my favorite character, but he does have one of my favorite decks that's anime exclusive. So, yeah, this is based on Valon's deck, where he builds his own suit of armor to attack you, to physically punch you with. So, the deck list is on the back, as well as a little blurb on the back. Burn down your opponents with sheer brute force. Here is the deck list. Pegasus Fantasy Cards 2013. A minor nitpick here. The structure deck says it contains an Ultra, a Super, and a Ghost Rare. So this is kind of a nitpick. He didn't include a Ghost Rare in the deck because he stopped putting Ghost Rares in his structure decks, as you can see with some of the newer ones I got. But he probably should have changed it to it's one, because now his structure decks have one Ultra, one Super, and one Secret Rare. So that's kind of a nitpick. I don't really like. I mean, personal preference, I actually like Secret Rares over Ghost Rares, but still, it's a little misleading that he didn't update the back here with taking out the Ghost Rare and putting in Secret Rare. But it's a nitpick that some people might not like. I personally don't like the look of Ghost Rare cards. I see why they have their appeal, and they are some of the most expensive cards you can get. It is one of the highest rarities out there, I should say, and I can see their appeal, but I personally prefer the look of a Secret Rare over a Ghost Rare. So as you can see, the cover card for this deck is Active Guard and also Psychic Armorhead. I can see why I put Active Guard up here instead of Psychic Armorhead, because it would be a little redundant because he already has it on the box. But let's crack this baby open and see what we got. So, Armored Assault. As you can see, all the cards are nicely tucked in there in this little cardboard case here, and they come banded together with this paper band. And then the cover card, once again, is taped to the inside in a sleeve with a nice little sliver cut out, so you can just take your thumb, pull it out. So we have our Secret Rare, Active Guard. I don't think I'm going to explain every single card at this time, just because my videos have gotten a little too long when I do that. But I will give like a brief summary of what each one does. But anyway, so we have the Secret Rare Active Guard. One thing I should tell about all the armor cards is that only one armor monster can attack per turn, and if you control 2 or more armor monsters, when your opponent attacks, you can change the attack to whichever armor monster on your side of the field you would like. Makes some of these cards extremely powerful. Like Active Guard, he's a level 4 with 25 defense, and he gains 500 defense for each armor monster on the field, including himself, so that's pretty nuts. Then we have 3... Psychic Armorhead. Let's just say this, it's the main card of Valon's deck. It's the helmet. Active Guard is the body. Psychic Armorhead is required to activate pretty much all the spells in the deck. So you have to play 3 of it. It also can summon itself from the graveyard and search armor cards instead of conducting your normal draw phase. So 3 Psychic Armorhead. Next up, 2 more Active Guard, making a total of 3. The other 2 are just common, but Active Guard is still a pretty nice card. Look at that laser printed quality right there. 3 overboost. Sorry. This is the legs of the suit of armor, and this lets your armor monsters attack directly when it's on the field, so that's pretty nice. Next we have 2 Buster Knuckle. It can only be summoned if you control an armor monster. It gains... it does piercing and gains 200 attack for each armor monster you control. So 2 Buster Knuckle. Then we have 2 Buster Pile. If I remember what this one does, when it battles your opponent's monster, at the end of the battle phase, that monster is destroyed and your opponent takes 500 damage. Also, this card can't be destroyed by battle. And I believe you take no damage. Yeah, you take no damage. So, 2 Buster Pile. 2 Burning Knuckle. It gains 200 attack for each armor monster you control, and if it's destroyed by battle, you can reduce the attack of one of your opponent's monsters by the attack this card had. So 2 Burning... or, not Buster Knuckle, sorry, Burning Knuckle. I don't know if I said that right the first time. And we have 2 Trap Buster. I think this negates the effects of traps that target your armor monsters while it's on the field. So 2 of them. 2 Black Hole Shield. You contribute this card during the other player's turn to reduce damage from one attack or effect to 0. And then we have 2 Jet Gauntlet. If this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy both monsters at the start of the damage step. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, now we have 2 of the Big Bang Blow. Probably the most powerful card in Valon's deck. Just because of its effect, obviously. Remember how I said that you can pick your attack targets when you have when you control 2 or more armor monsters? Big Bang Blow, when it's destroyed by battle, it destroys the field, or all monsters. And it's a mass ring of destruction, basically, because everybody takes damage equal to the attack of those monsters that were destroyed by Big Bang Blow's effect. Now, there's a combo, and Big Bang Blow is an OTK machine, because you can get a big field, blow it up with Big Bang Blow, use either Black Hole Shield or Active Guard's effect to make all the damage you take become 0 from Big Bang Blow. And your opponent still takes all the damage, which is insane. So, yeah, Valon, if he gets the right cards, he can be an OTK machine. And all his monsters are machine, oddly enough. Next up, we have Double Cloth Armor, the only tribute monster in the deck. It can't attack, but if it's attacked by opponent's monster, the opponent takes damage equal to half the monster's attack, and then both monsters are destroyed. Then we have Advanced Shield, probably the most useless monster in his deck, because you can only summon it if you have an armor monster, and it cannot attack. But I can see why it's in here, just because, you know, he played it, so we have to have it. Next up we have our Super Rare, with a Super Rare Phoenix Gravitation. Now this is basically a soul charge for armor, but you have to have Psychic Armor Head on the field. Then you can special summon up to 4 armor monsters from your graveyard, but they're all destroyed at the end of the turn. Doesn't matter, you're probably going to win that turn if you activate this card. If you have things like Big Bang Blow and a lot of monsters. Let's see here. Next up we have Full Armor Gravitation, 3 of them. You can only activate it if you have Psychic Armor Head on the field. You get to excavate 10 cards from the top of your deck, special summon as many armor monsters as possible from those cards, and the rest are sent to the graveyard. This card is really freaking good, honestly, because you just plus really hard. A lot of Valon's cards, they have low attack, but the spell support is insane, because you can special summon like 3 or 4 monsters in one turn. So, again, 3 full armor gravitation. You deck yourself out really fast if you use a lot of these, though. Next up, I don't know why I included 3 of it, but 3 silver Orichalcos, and oddly enough, this is actually the anime version this time around, not the UDE version, because it doesn't have the effect where you can discard it to negate and destroy everything. So 3 seems kind of redundant when you're not using the UDE effect, but we have 3 silver Orichalcos because he is a Season 4 character. Next up, I play 2 Armored Gravitation. Armored Gravitation is the basic one. This one summons from the deck, but you get to pick which armor monsters you want. But they all have to have different names, and that's basically it. It's a huge plus, but you have to have Psychic Armorhead on the field to activate it. Then we have 1 Data Brain. This card's kind of useless against a lot of decks. You can equip it to Psychic Armorhead, and if the equipped monster is destroyed by the effect of an opponent's equipped card, this card essentially becomes that equipped card, which is very situational and not really, doesn't really come up that much. I'll just say that. Next up, our Ultra Rare is 1, and then a second one is a common. Magnet Armor, which lets you special summon an armor monster from your graveyard in face-up attack position, but is destroyed during the end phase. It's a mini Phoenix Gravitation, basically, just for 1 monster. But the upside is you don't have to have Psychic Armorhead on the field to use it, so that's good. Next up, another very situational card is Extinction Fist. When my opponent declares a direct attack with a fusion or ritual monster, that monster is destroyed, and then I special summon the monsters that were used to summon that monster from my opponent's graveyard to my side of the field. Then the battle phase ends. Well, it doesn't say which side of the field they're brought to, but I can't remember in the anime if they were summoned to their owner's side of the field or to the person who activated this side of the field. So I might look that up later. But Extinction Fist, pretty situational because you can only use it on fusion and ritual monsters. Good against Orichalcos Yugi because he uses Blackluster Soldier and what is it? Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, but those also rarely come up. So Extinction Fist and Data Brain, probably the 2 most useless cards in his deck most of the time. And that is the deck. 40 cards, all laser printed, very, very good quality. The box, I really like the details on the box, except for that one part about the Ghost Rare that should be changed to a Secret Rare. But anyway, I think we're going to have some pretty interesting structure deck duels with this deck. And we're going to, that's probably going to be the next video, is going to be, I don't know, because I don't have the Joey structure deck yet from Pegasus Fantasy Cards, so I'll probably have to put Valon up against someone else for now. Probably going to start him out with either Orichalcos Yugi or Leon von Schroeder. I haven't decided yet. Maybe both. Who knows? Both is good. Definitely not Darts or Zone, though, because I mean, Valon's deck is good, but it's not like Zone or Darts good. So yeah, that's the deck. I really like it. Except for the part, like again I said, except for the Ghost Rare part, and being a Secret Rare. But I want to thank you all for watching. This has been Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! Hit a like if you like this, comment, tell me what you thought, and maybe subscribe if you're new. Can't thank you guys enough for checking this video out, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.